puppeteers and Jack Walten in the same room. What is this? A crossover episode? No, this is just my usual output. But welcome. It's been quite a long time. If you guys have seen my community posts, you guys would have seen that I was going through a bit of a rut. You know, I was creatively bankrupt for a really long time. But I've made some changes in my life. And think I'm finally feeling better again about, you know, me and where I am. So, as a result, I am going to make this the final teasers. Again, Martin has lied. I mean, I can't really call it a lie anymore, can I? Because he's just going to release more shit at this point, bro. I don't even know. But I just wanted to say, before we start, thank you guys just so much for being so understanding. Like, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you guys. So, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the Walten Files community. Walten News, thank you again for bringing all of this together. Once again, I'm just the messenger. But it's time to get this out there, because we've got lots of stuff to cover. Pretty self-explanatory stuff, but we're going to be going over teasers that have come to pass throughout the website. And I'm also going to cover a Q&A that Martin Walls did, and that Walten News has highlighted some of his favorites. His favorite answers from Martin involving questions from the fans. And I'm going to show a teaser on the actual Jack Walten YouTube channel by the end of this video. So this is exciting. We got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's jump on in. Alright. We are still here, and this was a teaser that was maybe like 3 weeks ago, as at the time this airs. I like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I wonder who could be talking. So, after I went over the post-extensive object possession in the last video, of course, the next teaser is involving Susan, Charles, and Rose, and presumably Jack, in the K9 facility. Because this is the K9 facility. We've seen this before. There's even graffiti on the walls, too. Which means teens have snuck in here and have presumably been killed. Either that, or the animatronics don't want to fucking deal with them. I mean, no one really deals with them besides Bond, as far as we know. Nobody deals with anybody unless it's Bond, so who knows? Who knows why teens were here? Who knows why they graffitied K9? Maybe because they were just dumb teenagers, and K9 was an abandoned warehouse, and they couldn't get caught because the Brighton Police Department doesn't give a shit about what happens to this place, and they just want to forget about it. I have no idea. But this is K9, and Walten News actually highlights this all the way back in Walten Files 2. So, they are still here. And who is this message geared towards? The only person I can think of is Sophie. But as we'll soon see, we're not going to see Sophie as soon as we'd all like. But once again, that is alright, because I'm so excited for the direction of this episode. Holy shit. Like, the art direction and the segments that we're going to be seeing. Oh my god, dude. This is going to be awesome. I absolutely cannot wait for more Charles elaboration. If Lily could be confirmed to be a character. Chris was confirmed to be a character ever since Walten Files 1, essentially. The first one, so... But I can't wait for him to be in here. And there was a casting call recently for Chris. A voice for Chris. And Martin secured it. And which means we're going to get Chris content. And he's going to be an actual character. Who knows if it's in the 1982 timeline where Sophie ends up meeting him. And once again, I don't know if Chris is going to be blackmailed by Felix or Norman or quote unquote Bond, but we'll just have to see. Absolutely nothing is certain. And the community has found this out just really quickly, is that anything can fucking happen in this series. And yeah, that couldn't be more true. Really, really couldn't be. All right, so what's next? The Q&A stuff in no particular order. So, someone asked, I see Bond has a collar now. So, have any other characters have seen some slight design tweaks? And Martin goes, Bond mostly. He now has a white suit collar with an animal print bow tie, which is what we've seen before in the recent Walten files, or the website. Bond being on the stage and how we learned that he has a wardrobe change as well. You know? Great stuff. His suit is now like a baggy costume rather than the FNAF style joint pieces, which still having the joint divisions. Buzu's also has a more baggy suit. Banny's the same, and Shaw's proportions are less defined. So, now, here we are. Everyone's kind of getting overhauled except for Banny. Who cares about Banny? Who the fuck cares anymore? This person asks, thank you for this post. Will we learn more about Felix and what happened to him after the crash? Yep. And yes, we do. We actually see this in the Season 1 trailer. Him driving home, and the Keep an Eye Out teaser as well, where he says it's been 3 days after the accident. We're going to learn a lot more about that. We're going to also learn from... We learned from the Twitter teasers that Jack and Felix have a big confrontation. Where Felix is like, we're friends, right? I need you to say it. I need you to tell me that we're friends, please. Like, he's so desperate and ashamed. And of course we're going to get more. And another person goes, I need to know who the hell Shadow Man is that we see in the second video. Will this be elaborated on? Yes, he will. And wow, we're going to get answers to Shadow Man and Bond and Felix. And wow. I can't wait. I'm sorry for asking more than one question. Are there any characters in the main cast that the fandom really misinterprets due to Walten Files not clarifying the truth? Is Walten Files 3 a reality or mostly a hallucination from Sophie? Are there any websites we don't know about? He goes, oh, plenty. Sometimes I'd like to correct people so bad, but I'd rather wait and have the series correct itself. That's way more fun for everyone. 3 is reality. And not yet. You guys catch them pretty darn quick. And we do. That is very true. But holy shit. That's a little bit of a clarification right there, isn't it? We get some like confirmation that yeah, 3 really did happen. It wasn't just in Sophie's head. This software has been tampered with. And it isn't just some haunted type thing either. It has been tampered with. Supposedly. So, that's interesting, guys. So there's... Someone's helping out Felix, technically. Literally. How many times does it take to make one Walten Files tape? 1 through 3 is an example. How are you? The Walten Files took 1 month. The Walten Files 2 took 2 months. The Walten Files 3 took 9 months, and Cyberfun Tech has taken 2 years so far. The Walten Files 5 and 6 will be made at the same time to make up for a 2-part season finale. They're at least 1 week away for each other, so that will definitely take a little while. A long while. A long, long while. Hey Martin, hope all is good. So about 4, will the episode pick up from where we left off on Bunny Farm? Also will it help focus on Sophie revisiting her past to further recollect her memories of her family? And Martin really hits us with the terrible truth. Sophie and Jenny won't appear in episode 4. I am terribly sorry, Jofi fans. Maybe next year. You mean next 5 years? I jest. It's okay. I mean, This is actually kind of unexpected. I wasn't expecting him to straight up be like, well, with all the website teasers and, Sophie going to Jenny about, what happened in the events of Bunny Farm. Like, no Sophie and Jenny at all in episode 4. That's a little crazy. But I don't care, bro. The history behind Bond's Burgers is at the forefront of cyberfun tech, the 4th installment of this series. So that is the shit that I want to really dig into once it comes out. And some people wanted it to come out August, and I'm like, bro, it's gotta be October. It's gotta be October, dude. If it comes out nearly the same time as Bunny Farm, or on October 1st, or I don't know when Bunny Farm came out, but it was probably around October 1st, I think. But yeah, it's gotta be around October, man. But he's, all these Twitter people. Earlier, I'll put it up now. He fucking posted a Twitter thing, and I'm still calling it Twitter. Yes, I know, blah, whatever. He said, "We are so Waltening," and every other like VA person that I follow for Walten Files was like, "Yes, agreed. He is so Waltening." And fucking, of course, Kyle again posted fucking a dog tickling gif. If you guys don't know, Martin said that he won't be on Twitter anymore unless he posts. So whenever Walten Files 4 is released, he's gonna post a dog tickling gif, a really specific one. But Kyle keeps fucking doing it, and I'm like, can you stop, dude? You can't keep finessing us like that. Come on, you can't. We are so Waltening right now, dude. In terms of quality and visuals, how big of a jump is the Walten Files 4 compared to 3? I love the 3rd episode from the teasers I've seen. The Walten Files 4 it looks absolutely incredible. Couldn't agree more. It's massive. Lots of more thought put into the art direction and framing. Hope it's not too much of a jarring change for the viewer, but a lot has been redesigned. So this is the good shit right here. So, like most analog horror creators, Martin has decided to... I mean, that analog horror element is still going to be in the Walten Files, obviously. Of course it is. Like with every other analog horror series, or VHS series, Of course it's going to have that element. But he's really trying to differentiate himself from, like, generic analog horror tropes. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of them. But it's crazy how this all started, with the FNAF VHS tapes. Those inspired harmony and horror. And, of course, Walten Files. Say what you want about the controversy of, that whole thing. But FNAF VHS, if it wasn't for that, I don't think Walten Files would even be here. And, I mean, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. And anyone can, really. But, I mean, can't deny the impact that FNAF VHS has had on not just the FNAF community, but the internet horror community, too. Like, all these analog horrors, like Mandela Catalog, are getting watched by really big people. Like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. And Martin deserves the same damn treatment. I really hope some of the really big content creators react to his stuff. Like, the really big ones. Because he deserves the best, We all know it, and he should too, But I'm very happy that, let's Bunny Farm was absolutely amazing. But a lot happened in it. Like, so much stuff was just thrown at your face. I am so happy that this is going to be the longest episode in the entire series so far. Because I love it when fucking analog horror or stories take their time. And I'm not saying that the other 3 videos didn't, but we're really like taking our time, building up the tension. And Martin has said before that the ending for this video is going to be something. So, I don't. I'm scared for my beloved characters, who I know like more than half the cast is probably dead already. But you know, like I said, who the hell knows what's gonna happen anymore? All I know is it's gonna be gonna have the best artistic merit in the series. So, Martin, I cannot wait to see what you have for us, buddy. Let's move on. How much of the original version of for episode 4 has been kept as part of the final episode? Addendum, do you believe there are any assets you feel sad about having to leave out from the finished product? Very few scenes, mostly for the first 30 minutes. Everything else is close 2022 to 2023. The first 30 minutes, that's like, what, 1/4 of the episode, 1/5? It's a pretty good chunk, but hey, man. Just redid all these scenes, so it could be as good as it possibly can be. And I applaud you. You're doing God's work, Martin, always. Let's move on again. Do you have a set number of episodes planned, or is it done when it is done and you're happy with the project? 12 episodes are planned, and if you've been keeping up with Walten Files, he's said this before, but it's good to get a refresher now and again, because some people didn't know that, So yeah, there's going to be 2 seasons of Walten Files, in case anyone didn't know. There's going to be season 1's going to have 6 episodes, and season 2 is going to have another 6 episodes. So 8 after 4 releases. So that's good. We're gonna Walten our files. I cannot wait. Is the Walten Files 4 going to be the longest episode of this series? You bet your ass. So far, yes, is what he says. Yeah, so far. I mean, this shit's pretty self-explanatory. But it's good to be informed, after all. So, let us move on to another teaser that we have missed out on in the last video. Or, So, right off the bat, Walten news in the community has, this is like a Scott Cawthon teaser where you brighten the image, you'll get a spooky doll. Ooh. But me and the community figured that this is probably a reference to Michael Afton at the end of Sister Location. So I thought that was a cute nod to Sister Location. I have no idea what the hell this means. I don't know, but maybe when we watch that video, maybe some things will be illuminated. Maybe. Maybe not, though. It's 50-50 at this point. I don't know. And this is something that Martin posted on his Twitter. So he's making another mask. And if you guys remember in one of my last videos, he showed off of a behind-the-scenes thing of the Felix crying animation from Bunny Farm. That was actually a real mask that he had, black paint drip down so that he could create that practical effect. Well, now, folks, he has made another mask, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think this is either for Jack or for Felix. I have no idea, but I'm really scared because, how can I not be scared at this fucking point, man? This is insane. This is all insane. I'm wagering on Felix right now. It's probably going to be another Felix scene because he has to put on this mask for everyone, And even when he is himself, he's still wearing a mask. Yeah, put that in your brain, Walteners. So, I am now on the actual website, findjackwalten.com. And this is the only thing that we got right now. If you look in the corner here, you can see Bon looming over his only foot. I mean, not his only foot, but he only has one foot on his body right now, and the other is in the spotlight. It is very clearly him, which Jesus Christ. Accompanied by Cyberfun Tech. Cyberfun Tech helped us make BSI, Bunny Smiles Incorporated, so it's a very appropriate thing. So, what do you know? Bon being as creepy as ever, just staring over his dismembered limb. I wonder who did that. I wonder. So yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if this has any amount of significance or maybe foreshadowing to how Jack died, because again, I am a believer that Jack Walten is Bon. Yes, even after the batshit insane last episode where we got, you know, just a white man as my name is Bon. I'm still under the impression that we are a go for Jack Walten being Bon, so I mean, who knows? Bon could be Shadow Man. If we're under the impression that Bon is not an AI, which is also very possible, which is what a lot of people in the videos that I posted last time commented, and it could be. It could be a combination of all three. Post-extensive object possession, and AI, and Jack Walton's revenge-ridden spirit coming back to haunt us all. It could be all three. It could just be one of those things. It could be two things, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know anything, and neither does the community. People have their theories, but there is nothing concrete going on right now. But let us turn over to the teaser. Let's do it. Hang on a sec. So this video here has one simple title. It's just called Souvenir. So let's go ahead and play this. Beer bottles. The Bonsberger sign. A statue of some kind. Oh, that's the statue. Roses. A baby doll. Bon was fiddling with it. This is the first time I've seen this, but I've seen... Oh my god, what the fuck? I fucking recommended. YouTube recommended never fails, so... Lots of people have had theories to what is happening here. Let me... What is that? Is that a crane or something? Hang on. Oh, it's some sort of tool, I guess. Okay. So, people have theorized this is the order of segments we'll be going into the fourth installment. So, it's gonna be after Bunny Farm, the direct aftermath, I feel. So, we're gonna have the beer bottles with Felix, a Bonsberger sign, probably a company tape. That's a tool, so that's a wrench, so that's Susan. Maybe Charles for the statue, definitely roses for Rosemary. And the baby doll, I'm not too sure about. It could be Ed and Molly. It could be Sophie, too. Maybe Martin fucking lied about Sophie or Jenny being in this episode, because it's very possible. I don't... He's fucking up. He's fucking with me. He's fucking with all of us, guys. So this is all this is all the video is. Bon is just being a creep. And holy shit, he looks amazing, by the way. Look at that weird ass, like, robotic stiffness he's got going on. I love it. He's got such sharp teeth now. Like, he's gonna look so much more menacing. Man, I cannot wait for this. So, yeah, people have theorized that we're going by order of the segments that will be in Walten Files 4, which is a theory I very much believe because we've seen teasers of segments in Walten Files 4, like, the Rose and Shaw dolls, an image of a company man, a cartoon company man fixing Billy. You guys have seen those, I'm sure. And among a lot of other things, too. I mean, anything can happen. But yeah, this is insane. And that's all I have for you guys right now. I know this is another short one. But dude, this installment is going to be absolutely insane, man. This is going to be crazy. I can't wait for it. I don't know what else to say other than please, please let this be everything I wanted and more. I mean, what am I even saying? It will. You guys know it in our hearts. All of us know it in our hearts that this will be something truly special in the realm of internet horror. Because what else can I say? It's Martin Walls. He never fails to exceed expectations. All right. I think that's going to do it for this video. Everything was, pretty straightforward. Thank you again, Walten News, for letting me use, your findings. And, of course, I'll link you in the description. And thank you to the community for making all these wonderful theories and, interacting with my video. I appreciate every single one of you guys, all right? Thanks for watching, guys. And, thank you for all the encouragement. I really can't thank all of you enough. I'll see you guys later, alright?